Hello, all you magnificent people, Durbo the Magnificent here, and today we're back with the 13th episode of the Bard playthrough. It's been a day or two. I did a bit of building, as you may have seen. Yeah, I put that at the beginning. I always do that. Yeah, it's there. I hate the combination of crystal blocks with all the copper and stuff like that. Well, I don't know if I hate it. It looks kind of weird though. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, but I can't fix it until block replacing gets put in the game, which will be 1.3.6, which we'll be doing other playthroughs by that time, so yeah, doesn't matter. Okay. Go away. Anyway, did a couple other things. I farmed the Wall of Flesh, got a bunch of Bard emblems. God, that took a while. And got the digital tuner, straight mute, guitar pick, claw, and most importantly, the epic mouthpiece. So if you didn't know, all of these are... So the mouthpiece, it turns out, was just one thing for the wind instruments, and then we got guitar class instruments, or I guess stringed instruments, and then brass instruments and percussion instruments. But they all do different things, so, you know, mouthpiece is homing, obviously. Guitar pick makes guitars bounce more, because they bounce. Straight mute makes brass crits release a spread of energy. Not really sure how that one works, couldn't really get it to do anything. And then digital tuner just makes percussion crits do more damage and briefly stun enemies, so it's something. Obviously, the mouthpiece is the best, though. I also figured out the homing works kind of weird on the saxophone. It doesn't the projectiles themselves don't actually home, but when they bounce towards enemies. So that's a really interesting way of working, and I'm not sure how they did that, and it's really cool. So yeah, that's a thing. Also, Thorium got a little bit of an update in that. I mean, it got a big update, but the only thing that actually affects me is that Bard weapons now function the same way as the harp and the bell. Meaning, the farther away your mouse is from the player, the higher pitched it is. So, that's something. Oh, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and buy stuff from you before you drown. You don't have anything I want, never mind. So, in today's episode, I am going to be finally going to the Abyss, because I haven't done that yet, and that is the thing that needs to happen. Oh yeah, frick, that's the other thing, is solar eclipse happened and I got the Sunflare guitar. It's a thing, it bounces, and when it bounces, it shoots fireballs. By the way, sorry, I probably got a bunch of people excited with my, like, near daily uploads. Oh wow, that guy's going! Oh, well, he's not going anymore. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, I probably got you guys excited with my near daily uploads with the Katana Zero playthrough, and then you just went dead. And honestly, I think I'm probably just gonna end up going back to how it was, because I'm not terribly excited for either of the playthroughs I'm currently doing. There's just not very much motivation. And it was not encouraging to have pretty much the very first comment on my Katana Zero finale be Terraria content when. That wasn't encouraging at all. That was super discouraging. I also didn't get a Nebula Shell during the solar eclipse, which is really... Nebula Shell? Neptune Shell. So that's incredibly disappointing and going to make this all the more annoying, because if I remember correctly, the air in here is poisonous, so you can't actually get oxygen. Oh yeah, these things, the crystal waves. These are nice. I don't remember how many of them you can consume. Five of them, I think. Yeah. Is the air in here poisonous? Oh, there just isn't air. Okay. Oh, this is a serpent. I don't remember why I'm here. What the hell? Where was I stuck? That was really weird. Anyway, yeah, here we are in the under place. I don't know why we're here, actually. I don't think there's anything really to get here. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. The main reason I came down here is because somebody in the last episode was just asking me to finally go here, and I was like, hey, I haven't done that yet. Why am I here, though? I don't actually know. I mean, there's the speed buffs. I know that. Got 2 of those already. But that's it. Oh, and we're drowning. Shoot. Oh, we drown rather slowly in here, though. That's interesting. I'm okay with that. I should probably stop getting hit so much, but, you know, whatever. Oh, vampire gland. That sounds cool. Oh yeah, jellyfish do damage. There's like pearls and things and all sorts of interesting things that really don't matter. What does this do? Damage will have a 10% chance to cause an eruption of blood. This blood can be picked up by players to heal themselves for 15% of the damage you dealt. Healing amount cannot exceed 15 life, and picking up blood causes bleeding for 5 seconds. So it's lifesteal, but pointless. Got it. Cool. Thanks. Anything in here? Sea Turtle's Mystical Bulwark. Taking more than 4 damage unleashes a mode of life energy. Stuff that would probably be cool if we didn't take up all of our accessory slots with the just absurd amount of bard accessories and crap like that. Seriously. Those diamonds? What the heck are those? Oh, they're pearls. Oh wow, diamond and pearls like the Pokemon. Aquamarine wine glass. Oh hey, that's the other thing. That's a thing. It's pre-hard mode. I should have come and gotten that earlier. One thing I'm not sure about is if the speed upgrade things grow or if they're placed upon world gen. I would assume they grow. It'd be pretty weird if they were a world gen thing. Oh, okay. Well, hey, at least we can see what our DPS is against this monstrosity. We're so screwed. Yeah, so I guess they do grow, because that one definitely wasn't there. Ooh, an orca. Or whale? Ah! He's got a lot of health. We'll take him down. Oh, he doesn't even do any damage. Poor guy. Kind of feel bad about killing him. How to speak whale? Summons a... Oh, we have a whale. Oh, hey. Well, this might be an alternative to... Was it worth it? I don't think it was. The speed is good. The acceleration is not. And acceleration is what we need against Abyssion. So... No, that's not going to be a viable alternative to the Neptune shell. God damn it. Anything I have do any sort of damage to this guy. That does even less. So, yeah, if we ever fight this guy, saxophone's our best bet. It's okay. It's just okay, though. We're also gonna have to have the knockback resistance. God, I hate that boss. Honestly, right now, I just want to fight the cultist. I just want to kick that guy's face in and get the pillars done. Because that sounds so much more fun and so much more manageable. So screw it. I think we're just gonna go do that, because that's fun. I enjoy the cultist fight, and I enjoy the pillars far more than I enjoy fighting. Yeah. Alright, well, cultist, let's go. That's the cultist down. I guess we're going straight into the nebula pillar. Doesn't really matter which pillar we take down first, because they all drop symphonic fragments. I do think we may have to actually kill all 4 pillars in order to get enough to do anything worthwhile, which is a little disappointing. I may be wrong about that. I'm not sure how many fragments each pillar drops. I am starting to get sick of this saxophone noise, though. Ah. God damn it. Alright, pillars free. Take it out. Give me the Twitties. Alright. Nebula, Celestial, Shooting Star, which are the ones we want. And White Dwarf for Thrower. That's new. Cool. So, you can get an accordion. That's a crap ton of damage. Releases 5 stave surge from your cursor. The surge grows in power as it travels. Or Rockstar's double bass blast guitar. 2 heavy metal guitar riffs. Soundsage's Lament sounds way cooler. I think I want to go for that. Oh, there's also a turbo tuba. Allows flight and slow. Oh, it's wings. Oh, it's Post Moon Lord. Darn. Okay. Well, let's go for Soundsage's Lament, because that sounds way the hell cooler. Soundsage's Lament. Is it any good? Upside, you can attack through walls. Downside, it doesn't just directly shoot from the player, which is what I'm used to. Well, it's something. Stardust would definitely be the easiest, so I'd prefer to do that. I'm not sure if I like that. It does a cram ton of damage, but is really difficult to use. Because you have to put it, like, just in front of where you want them to hit. That's weird. That's gonna take a lot of getting used to. Ideally, you want to keep your cursor really close to the player. And my strategy has always been to basically put the cursor on the enemy, so... Huh. It's really powerful, though. And consumes inspiration at an alarming rate. That's the other thing, is it's a piercing item that has multiple projectiles, so automatically not great. Does a cram ton of damage, though. Like, holy cow. That's satisfying. Ah! There we go. Another pillar down. Rockstar's double bass blast guitar. How do? Interesting. Yeah, tile collision unleashes multiple falling star fragments. Huh. Maybe. Well, here's what I'm thinking. No. It's not good. Ways you could improve this weapon to make it usable against literally anything that isn't just a ground-based enemy. Make the projectiles spawn from higher up, move faster, and go through blocks. That would make this a very good weapon. And actually usable against, like, non-ground-based enemies. Because as is, it's really good against guys who walk around. Just god-awful against enemies who fly. This is a lot more powerful, but that's the one thing that I don't like about bard weapons, is that most of them have some sort of gimmick to them that make them difficult to use, or at least annoying to use. Like, I hate using both of these weapons. Because to use the guitar effectively, you gotta, like, bounce them off the ground and stay close to the ground. I don't know. Maybe I'm just playing wrong. Because the main brunt of the damage comes from the sky projectiles. If you're aiming directly at the enemies, you're doing something wrong. Is what I'm getting from the guitar. Which is fine. Maybe it's just me, but I personally am a big fan of just, like, I guess mindless weapons. Like, the Razorblade Typhoon is a really, really fun weapon to use. Partially because of just how mindless it is. You don't have to aim or really do anything. You kind of just hold the mouse button down and it just kills crap. Which, I guess, could definitely be seen as boring for a lot of people, but I personally really enjoy that playstyle. It is still better than the guitar. The guitar is just kind of bad. Like, that's... especially against the Moonlord, who is always flying. The guitar is probably trash against the Moonlord. Which is discouraging, because that means I have to use this against the Moonlord. The Moonlord fight is going to be a really big slog. Okay, so I just had a realization, which was probably very obvious. But the projectiles, like, it just said they get bigger the farther away they are. But, oh no, yeah, grows in power as it travels. Okay, so yeah. So, like, if you hit them at the end of the burst, it does significantly more damage. So, that's kind of cool. But again, just kind of adds to the skill of the weapon. And I probably just sound like a massive tool saying it, but I don't like weapons that require high skill. At least in Terraria. See, here's the deal. This guitar is a mindless weapon. You just kind of throw it down and hope it works. But that's mindless and not good. Things like the Razorblade Typhoon are mindless and good, because they home. These do not home. You just kind of hope. And hitting them with the projectiles themselves is just pointless. Oh my god, F you too, game. This weapon makes me legitimately angry to use. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to kill the Moonlord on our first try. And if we don't, that's fine. We have a bunch of fragments left over because we're not actually using any of them for their weapons and crap. So we'll definitely be able to make at least one summoner. Wow, the pillar killed me that time. It's my natural instinct to get my cursor as close to the enemy as possible. And that's just the wrong thing to do with this weapon! I have to fight my natural instinct my thousands of hours of learning this game to use this weapon properly. God, it hurts to do. It's the least satisfying thing ever. Plus the noise it makes. Lament is correct. This thing is awful. I hate this weapon, but it's the only viable weapon right now. This is my problem with the Bard class. There's not enough options. I want the option to use something that's less powerful, but actually tolerable. It's dead. Just hoover up the stuff. Go home. Alright, turn the music off. Go to the middle of the world. The middle of the... Yep, don't care. Alright. Let's go. Let's fight the Moon Lord. Let's do this. God damn it. I hate this weapon. I cannot understate how much I hate this weapon. I cannot overstate. I can't... I hate it. And this weapon sucks. It's nowhere near good enough to fight the Moon Lord, because the projectiles themselves do bugger all for damage. The only damage comes from the friggin' stars, and you can't do that against the Moon Lord. Using this weapon sucks, though. Maybe the Siren's Lyre is okay. Maybe that's an okay weapon against the Moon Lord. I don't know, though, because I have to kill Abyssion, and I hate Abyssion. So I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here, though. I do know that. Anyway, that is gonna go ahead and do it for this episode of the Bard playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a magnificent day. Dirk the Magnificent out.